That's it too. I mean, it's good, but it's good. Spend so much time alone while the ride trap on my chrome. Spend so much time alone while the ride trap on my chrome. On my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while the ride trap on my chrome. Shalom, Israel. We are the Isupk under Commander General Yohana, coming out of 125th Street, 1 West Harlem, New York. We are not affiliated with any other camp or group. And today we're going to talk about the hate of the white man. Shalaki, you get them articles? Get that article for me that I sent you. Yeah, we got to talk about the hate of the white man, the hate that he still has for us, and hate in the Bible. We gotta mention all of these things because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians seem to think that, that the white man loves us now, that we are integrated with the white man. He's shucking jive in our face, we shucking jive in his face, and all things of the past are gone. And that is so far from the truth. So when you get that pull that article and read for me, y'all.
White man caught on camera brutally beating black Oklahoma man while yelling the N-word.
Now look, not only do the police officers beat us, not only is the government beating us down and oppressing us, but regular normal white citizens is beating us now. Donald Trump made it okay for whites to show their true colors. Made it okay for them to hate you in public. That's all this is about. That's all America is. Is hate for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We need to learn not to trust the white man.
Right.
The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We got to learn not to integrate with him. That was the worst thing Martin Luther King could have ever did for us.
Right.
He didn't actually do anything for us, but him integrating us into white America, quote unquote, for equality, we was better off not equal. We still ain't equal, Shalaki. We still ain't equal with the white man, but we was better off in our own little world, in our own little communities, instead of trying to integrate with the white man. Once we integrated with the white man, we became homosexuals. Our household got destroyed. The black woman got all renegade and, doing whatever it is that she wants to do. Child support comes about. All these different things. Our children growing up, hating their forefathers, hating their ancestors, hating their grandparents and the elders and different things like that. So, this is all the things that came about from integrating with white America. And
Right.
and not only did we integrate with them and all of these things came about, but white America still hates us. We show all the love, all the compassion for white America. We integrated with them, we've been with them, we've been chilling with them, we've been working in their restaurants, in their stores, we've been saying yes sir and yes ma'am for about what integrated started like 60 years ago, 50 years ago, for about 60 years. 60, 70 years we've been integrated with them, and it has gotten worse. White on black crime has gotten worse. Black on black crime has gotten worse, and that's only because of oppression. The white man knows, that if he starves you, if he starves a nation, he take away, luxuries, not even just luxuries, just the basic necessities. If he take away those things, that nation will fight. That nation will devour each other and tear each other apart. So, with that being said, get into the article for what?
Come. Local news station KFOR reports that Shawn, Carolina, of Shawnee, Oklahoma, this weekend was in a parking lot of the local Brick House Saloon, where he had just finished having drinks with a friend.
Now, this brother is out having drinks with his friends, his family. He can't even go out and have and enjoy himself in white America, but we supposed to be equal. America's supposed to love us. Whites supposed to not be like their forefathers, right? Don't they always say when you talk about slavery or you talk about prejudice or you talk about racism, white people say, well, that wasn't us. First thing that comes out of their mouth, well, I'm not like that. I have black friends. That one token black friend that they mistreat and beat, and and that black friend kissed their ass probably. All the way up the crack, up to their back, up to their neck. That one black friend is always there. I seen this one video on Facebook. It was so disturbing. This sister she couldn't have knew who she was because she didn't have no type of integrity or anything. But the video consisted of this white chick. She was this little devil girl. They had to been teenagers in college or something like that, probably like 19, 18 or something like that. Probably a little bit older, 20 or something like that. But long story short, the white girl, the little devil girl, she was sitting on a couch, and she had she had the sister sitting on the floor, kissing her feet. Kissing her feet, and she was calling her all types of little nigger girls and little slave girls, and the sister was like, yes I am, and stuff like that. And then the white girl told her to lick her feet, and the black girl sat there and licked the bottom of her feet, while being called little nigger girl. And this she's living, I don't know if they live together, they in a dorm room, or what's going on with the surroundings, but this is what's taking place. That's them token black friends. When white people say they got black friends, that's the type of black friend they talking about.
Right.
Black friends that they make jokes about, you be seeing all types on social media, like, for their wicked holidays like Halloween and stuff like that. I seen the black friend wearing a noose around the neck, and the white friends had clan hoodies on and stuff like that, while the having clan hoodies around their heads and stuff like that, and the black friends got a noose around their neck and a white friend's holding the noose. Like what type of degrading, demeaning things is that? That's supposed to be your friend, right? That's that white friend. Them the black friends that whites say that they have. You know, they really don't have black friends, and they really don't like them if they do have them. They mistreat them and they demean them. Every chance that they get, they mock them. You know, I done seen it. I done seen it with my own eyes. I've been around black people who so-called got white friends, and they're being mistreated. They're being demeaned. They're being abused, verbally and psychologically, because it's psychologically damaging to a black person to have to experience that. Like Raven Simone said, she was dark white. Them the type of black friends they got that don't even believe that they're black. That's their black friends, But this is the same. I love to say the fruit don't fall too far from the tree. The white man was the devil.
Right.
The ancestors was the devil, and guess what? Their seed's gonna be the devil. This is how they are. The fruit do not fall far from the tree. Read me some more on that verse.
In the parking lot, the two men were confronted by two other men who had been in the brewery with them. The two men proceeded to viciously beat Carolina and his friend.
Right. Continue.
And as they walked away from them, one of them shouted out, "You're dead, nigger."
Now look, this is white citizens. A normal white citizen like Trayvon Martin got killed by a white citizen. These are the things that's happening to our people. This is what happens when you integrate with the devil. When you don't have your own identity and you don't stay separate from people that hate you and you don't know who your enemy is, these things take place. Trayvon type of incidents take place. Because he don't know who his enemy is. That black man don't know who his enemy is. If he knew better, he would do better. Meaning that if he knew better, he wouldn't go into their neighborhoods. He wouldn't go into their restaurants. He wouldn't go around the majority of white people. And if he did, it would be only because he needs to. Like if you go to court or something like that, that's the only reason why you should be around white folks.
Right.
And when you do go around them, you have to guard your loins. You have to guard up every inch. Hey, you seen them articles? I know y'all seen them articles. They said black Americans need to start arming themselves with lethal weapons. We need to start arming ourselves, and that's a shame that we have to arm ourselves just to walk down the street just so we won't get killed by a white person. But they supposed to love us. It's so long ago. Like the one congressman or senator, whatever he was, he said, "We elected Obama for you." So the sin of America is gone, meaning that slavery is over with. Slavery, you can't get mad at slavery no more because they elected Obama, who, first of all, never did anything for us.
Right.
Second of all, is an African, so he's not our people.
That's right.
Third of all, he pushed harder than anybody else, any other president, that homosexual agenda onto blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He legalized, only thing he did for blacks was legalize gay marriage. That's the only thing he did. And black people thought he was Christ. They nicknamed Obama Christ. They thought Obama was going to be the next Jesus or something. They say he's the savior and different things like that. What did he save us from? He saved us from becoming a prominent nation. That's what he saved us from.
Right.
He saved us from building ourselves up, not being homosexuals. That's what he saved us from. He saved us from, not seeing that the white man is truly the devil that the Bible speaks of. Give me verse. We need to get some verses. We need to get in this book. Give me Luke 1:71. You know, because we need to understand that the white man hates us. We need to understand that the white man will never love us. We need to understand that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of and our natural born enemy.
Right.
The day you turn your back on the white man, the day you probably will die. The white man is diabolical, he's evil, and he will kill anybody given a chance. You know, when you get that verse for me, I'll read. Shalom, Lord in Christ, brother.
Luke chapter 1, verse 71. That we should be saved from our enemies.
That we should be saved from our who?
Enemies.
Our who?
Enemies.
We should be saved from our enemies. Continue.
And from the hand of all that hate us.
And from the hand that all that hate us. You know, all these nations hate us. You thought it like me and my wife, Maria, was watching a movie the other day, and I forget what the movie, Aquila and the Bee. Yeah, we was watching Aquila and the Bee yesterday, and behind closed doors, the little Asian dude, the Moabite, he said to his son, he said, "You get beat by a little black girl. How you think you gonna you almost got beat by a little black girl? How you think you gonna win? How you think you gonna win the national spelling bee?" These are the other nations. These how the other nations feel about us. You know, this is how they feel. It ain't just the white man. All these nations hate us. All these, when we go into them Arabs gas stations, what do they say? All they want is our money. They say, hurry up and buy and get out. They just want you to get out as fast as possible. Get whatever merchandise you come to get and get out as fast as possible. When you go to the little hair stores and them Asian little clothing stores, what do they say? Hurry up and buy. Get out. You know, I know it ain't a laughing matter, but don't be a menace or drink your juice in the hood. You know, when they walk in the store and the bell goes off and they be like, nigga. That's what every time I walk into a store and I hear the bell, dog, that's what I think of.
Right.
Because that's how much they hate us. That, like, I literally think that bell is saying nigga. Like, nigga, just warning all the nations. You know, it's diabolical, but it's not funny. It's on a serious note. You know, these nations hate us. You know, but the Lord said, the Lord wants us to be separate from the white man and all the rest of these nations. That's why He set borders for all these nations. You know, is there some more on that?
Sir.
Give me Psalms 142 and 4. You know, because it ain't just the white man. Even though the white man hates us the most. The white man is just our natural born enemy. But he allows these other nations to come and rule over his slaves. He allowed these other nations to come and mistreat his slaves. And you know who his slaves is? Anybody know who his slaves is? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
That's the slave of the white man. We are the slaves of the white man. You know, that's all we ever been, that's all we ever will be. You know, give me some more, was it some more on that article up? You know, because the white dude was, he assaulted the black guy, right? And his friend. Didn't he assault his friend too?
Sir.
He assaulted his friend. What type of, you know, like I said, when you turn your back on a white man, that could be your life. You never turn your back on your enemy. Would you go into a boxing match and say, well, he ain't gonna hit me. He loves me. That's how it is when you face these other nations. That's how it is when you face the white man. You should always be on guard like a boxer. When you come into the presence of the white man, do not turn your back on the white man, because that could mean your life. You know, is there some more on that article up? Finish reading that article.
Oh God. Sean's wife Jamie was appalled by the men's actions.
Why would she be appalled though? She appalled that the white man just got to beating these brothers. Trump made that acceptable. Trump made it acceptable for whites to show their true colors.
That's right.
You know, he showed his true colors. He got elected on racism alone. He had no qualifications for nothing to be a president. What do you know Trump to be? What is he? What is he good for? What have you known? Was he a Harvard student? Did he major in politics? Is he exceptional with human beings? Did he create a cure for something? Like what is Trump known for besides being a bad businessman? Because a lot of people think he's a good businessman. In reality, Trump was in debt. Trump was a billionaire without billions. If that makes sense to anybody. He was a billionaire without billions. The Russians gave Trump that office. You know, all this politics, all of this stuff is rigged up. And you know, furthermore, that's a sin for us to vote a heathen. It's a sin for us to vote. You know, it's a sin for us to vote heathens to rule over us.
Right.
You know, read that verse for me, y'all.
Psalm 142, verse 4. I looked on my right hand and beheld, but there was no man that would know me.
He said, this is Psalms. He said, look, I looked to my right hand and there is no man that knows me. Do anybody know what that means? Do anybody know what it means for no one to know you? No one knows blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. No one knows blacks when they're getting beat by the police.
What?
Go ahead.
No justice.
No justice. Correct. There is no justice. When he said he looked to his right and there was no one to know him, there's no one to save you. There's no one that knows you that would say, oh, no, don't do that to my brother. Don't do that to my sister. It ain't no nations out there saying, oh, what they doing to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in America is a crime, is injustice. What nation is saying that about us? But everybody loves us, right?
Right.
We equal with the white man, right? Then where's our justice at? How come they always, every cop that murder us day in and day out, they always get found innocent. They always get found, they get found not guilty. But it's like, I'll probably ask this probably every class I teach. Like, why isn't black cops killing white people? Why do black cops got a lot more self-control than killing white people or killing their own unjustly? How come black cops can righteously restrain themselves from harming people? You know, you never hear about a black cop killing a white teen or a white person. You don't never hear a black cop killing a black guy for no reason at all. If a black cop kills you, you probably 9 times out of 10 deserve it. You know, but all of these white cops, how come white cops don't kill white people?
Right.
How come white cops don't kill Africans? We supposed to be Africans, right? How come you never see no Africans end up dead?
Right.
You never see no Africans end up dead. But you see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians end up dead.
That's right.
That shows you that the white man knows who he's killing. You know, the white man knows who to send his minions on. He know the African from the black man. Just like, you know, give me the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, y'all. Grab that and look up ham. You know, the white man, this is the white man's dictionary. This is the white man's dictionary. And watch he define the difference between blacks and Africans. We're not African. They led us to believe that we were Africans simply because they didn't want to tell us who we truly are. They didn't want us to know that we are the chosen people of God. They didn't want us to know that we are Israelites. They wanted the Jewish people to continue with our heritage. When you get that, read for me, y'all.
God. Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Ham, the youngest son of who?
Noah.
All right, go ahead.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood. One of the 8 persons who lived through the flood.
Right.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
The progenitor of who?
The dark race.
The progenitor of who?
The dark race.
So is he talking about blacks? Black people are dark, ain't they? Hispanics are dark. Native Indians are dark. Is he talking about blacks? Who is he the progenitor of? All the dark races? Anybody with pigmentation color? Who is he a progenitor of? Read.
Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes. So the dark races, but not the Negroes, right?
Right.
Wait, I thought the dark races were the Negroes. So it's a difference? It's dark races that are not Negroes? Like Africans?
God.
Oh, okay, continue.
But the Egyptians.
But the who?
Egyptians.
The who? I didn't hear you.
The Egyptians.
Oh, Negroes believe that they Pharaoh. Who?
Egyptians.
Niggas think they come descend from what is dude's name? King Tut.
God.
Think what's her name? Nefertiti. I think that's her name.
What?
Go ahead. Nefertiti. They think that's their sister.
Right.
They think that's the Mother Nature herself, huh? They worship Egypt. But the white man said, according to the white man, he said, not the Negroes,
right,
but the Egyptians. And who else?
Ethiopians.
Egyptians is in Africa. It's an African continent. Ethiopians is an African continent. Is there anybody else?
Libyans and Canaanites.
The Libyans and the Canaanites? Oh, that's all in Africa. But not the Negroes. Who is called Negroes today? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
Speak is another word for Negro. It's a byword. You know, wetback is another word for nigger. Redneck, they call redskins shalaki. Redneck is them damn crackers. You know, redskins. That's another word for nigger. Redskins, all the bywords that the white man calls us. Them are all niggers. You know, and we are not Africans.
That's right.
The white man knows this. That's why you see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians getting killed by the police, but you don't see Asians. Asians got pigmentation. Every nation on the earth got pigmentation except the white man, except the murderer on the earth. And that shows you know who the murderer on the earth is. The Lord Mark came with leprosy so you would know who the murderer on the earth was.
Right.
Didn't he say Mark came? You never knew what he marked you when it's in the Bible, it's in the scripture. Mark came with leprosy. And then Esau had the same spirit of Cain. Cain is probably Esau reincarnated.
Right.
Reincarnation is real. Reincarnation is all over the scriptures. You know, and that's why when Esau and Jacob came out, it was two different nations in the woman womb. It was two different manner of people. How two different nations gonna come out of one woman? What did it mean by that? Better yet, give me that verse. Give me Genesis 25 and 25. Because I don't think people understand. I don't think people believe me when I say that. The scripture said two different nations of people came out of this black woman's womb. You know, a black woman can't have any color baby. You can always lose pigmentation, but you cannot gain. That's why you never see white people have black babies. But you see black couples have white babies. Albinos, light skin, all types of colors. Both my parents dark. I was light as mud. You probably wouldn't even think them was my parents. But both my parents dark. My parents dark like a bomb. You know, but I came out real light. My brothers came out One of my brothers came out brown. My sister came out light brown too. You know? You wouldn't even think that we came from them people. Because blacks can make any color. You can always lose pigmentation. You cannot gain it. You know, read that verse when you get it from y'all.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. And the first came out red all over. Like
now, go ahead. Shalaki, my bad. Start from the top.
Genesis 25, verse 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
Now, the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. The white man is what? You thought the white man was white, huh? You thought he was pure. No, the white man is really red. His blood shows forth through his skin. The white man is red. Now, the first one came out red and hairy all over like a garment. He came out like a caveman. White people are hairy. You ever see a white man not shaved? He looked like a wildebeest. You know, his arms is long, his hair on his arms is long, his hair on his legs is long, his hair everywhere is long. You know, the white man looks like the Geico cave monster. You know, he looked like he dwell in the Caucasus Mountains. You know, that's where the Bible says he dwell at, in the mountains, right? Am I right about? Yeah, read some more. The first came out red all over and hairy, like a garment.
And after that came his brother out.
Right. How his brother look?
And his head took hold of Esau's heel.
So it didn't describe his brother? Why didn't it describe his brother? Do anybody know why it didn't describe his brother? It described the first one. They twins, right? It described the first one. The first one came out red and hairy all over. Why didn't it describe the second one? Anybody?
Why?
Go ahead.
Because he had no defects. He was a normal looking child.
That's correct. Correct. Good. It was because he was normal like everybody else. He didn't come out white. Jacob is black. His wife is black. Everybody in the Bible is black. So Jacob came out, like I said, Jacob, Isaac was black and his wife was black. So Jacob came out normal like everybody else. That's why I didn't describe Jacob. But Esau didn't come out normal. That's why I had to describe Esau. That's why I had to tell you that he was red and hairy like a garment. Continue to read for me out.
His name was called Jacob.
His name was called Jacob. Continue.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Okay, continue.
And the boys grew.
No, Shalaki, give me 25 and 24. Where it say two nations are in our womb? Is that 23 or 24? Shalaki.
Verse 23, sir.
Go ahead, read verse 23.
Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
Two nations are in thy womb? How is that possible? How can a woman have twins but they be two different nations, two different nationalities? Nation, to have a nation means you have a nationality, right? Two different nationalities is in our womb. So it's like Arab and Asian, African and black, white and African, you know, Arab and black. You know, them are two different nations. You know, we would be called Israelites, but, you know, a lot of people don't know we Israelites, so I use what is known and common to us, what is attributed to us. And what is attributed to us is black, or Afro-American, or African-American, or whatever that is. You know, so that's why I use black, but it's two different nations in that womb. Read, continue.
And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Two different manner of people. Two different manner of people. You know, jump down to when the boys grew. Jump back down to the when the boys grew, because it said two different manner of people, right? Now we're about to see what type of manner these two boys had. Jump back down to where they grew at.
Verse 27. And the boys grew.
Right?
And Esau was a cunning hunter.
A cunning hunter. Now, Esau was the one that came out red all over, and red and hairy like a garment all over. You know, that describes the white man. I'm not the smartest nigga in the world, but I could have sworn that describes the white man, right? That sounds like the white man.
Right.
Let's see, Esau is a cunning hunter. Now, what do you see the white man doing every day on his spare time? Well, first, if you at your job and you ask a white man what he's going to do over the weekend, 9 times out of 10 he's going to say what? What season is it? Go ahead.
Going hunting.
Going hunting. It's deer season. It's raccoon season. He don't care what season it is. It's rabbit season. He hunting everything. The white man kills, steals, and destroys everything. That's why the buffalo is no longer around.
Right.
That's why the white rhino is no longer around. The African lion is becoming extinct. The bald eagle is becoming extinct. That's why all of these animals is becoming extinct. You know why? Because the white man is hunting them. The African elephant. They hunt them just for their tusk. To make, what is they tusk? Like pearl or some type of stuff? Like not pearl, but what is they tusk made out of?
Like
Go ahead.
ivory.
Ivory, yeah. They be ivory hunt. They just killing elephants for the ivory. You mean to tell me you about to extinct a whole species just for ivory? To do what with ivory? Make a vase? So you mean to tell me the elephant, the African elephant, don't know that the white man is the devil? I bet you they know. I bet you that buffalo that the Native Americans used, the Taino Indians used to survive on, I bet you them buffaloes know the white man is the devil.
Right.
You know? But everybody knows I bet you Japan knows the white man is the devil.
Right.
When they drop that atomic bomb on their ass.
That's right.
Shalaki. I bet you Hiroshima know the white man is the devil. I bet you Iraq know the white man is the devil. I bet you Iran finna know the white man is the devil. You know? But the people that the white man hates the most, that he treats the worst, that he can't stand and even look at, is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He commit all types of atrocities and crimes to our people, but our people can't seem to know that the white man is the devil. Oh no, not all white people are like that. You mean to tell me every single one is like that? The Lord said he hates white people. Right. The Lord said he hates Esau. He hates Edom. Edom is the lineage of Esau. Esau, the white man descends from Esau. Biblically. That's his biblical name. Esau, Edomites. The Lord hates Edomites. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians being the chosen people of God, being the salt of the earth, being the best people on the earth, can't seem to know who their enemy is. Can't seem to know that they should hate the white man, that they should not turn their back on the white man.
Right.
They continue to love the white man. You know, give me Matthew 1:21. We're gonna read how the Lord hates these other nations. The Lord hates the white man. He hates these other nations, and he also hates the white man. The Lord only loves one nation of people. You know? And we're gonna put it, when you get that verse for me, I'll read. Go on.
Matthew chapter 1 verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus.
Right?
For he shall save his people from their sins.
The Lord said Christ shall save his people. Who are the people of Christ? Christ was an Israelite, right?
Right.
Christ was a Jew, right? From the tribe of Judah, right? That's what tribe I'm from. Kalaki, what you from? What tribe you from? Gad? That's also part of the 12 tribes. Gad, if for anybody that don't know, is the Native Indians, the Native Americans. What tribe you from, Abba?
Salat.
Go ahead. Judah. The same tribe that Christ came from. And I'm sure that brother in the back is from Judah too. Or probably Benjamin or Levi. The Haitians or the Jamaicans. You know. But that's where Christ was from. And Christ said he came to save his people. The Israelites. The 12 tribes of Israel. I thought Christ was going to save the whole world. Don't Christians say Christ is saving the whole world, that he loves everybody? Why do the white man need saving? What do he need saving from? $1 million mansions, driving Ferraris, lost inheritance, hundreds and thousands of acres of land? That's what he needs saving from. Empires, Fortune 500 companies, that's what he needs saving from? Do he need saving from the police? Do he need saving from politics? From the presidents? From the Congress? Do he need saving from them? From prisons? From crack cocaine? The white man loves crack cocaine. Blacks don't. Blacks was forced to use drugs. It was flooded in our communities because the white man knew once he starved us, once he oppressed us, that we was going to look for an escape. And where are you going to run to? There is no escape for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
So where are you going to run to? Naturally, drugs. To alter your state of mind. To alter that depression and that oppression that you're under. That anxiety. That fear that you might die tomorrow. Drugs relieve you of all of that. All you got to do is smoke this little crack right here. All you got to do is toot this little cocaine, pop a molly. You won't, for the first 5 minutes, you won't even remember that you're a slave. You won't remember that the white man hates you. You won't remember that. And you know what that is? That's like heaven to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's why we, in our community, we use so many drugs. We abuse alcohol. You know, because there ain't nothing wrong with drinking. I mean, you a strong drink, right? You drunk strong drink. His first miracle was turn water into wine. You know that's a nigga. He come to a party and turn water into wine. Like, we about to get this party cracking. Hey, y'all, fill them barrels up. Fill them barrels up. We about to turn this. Y'all ain't got nothing to drink? What you mean y'all ain't got nothing to drink? That sounds like a Judite to me. I ain't the smartest nigga in the world, but that sounds like a nigga from Judah. Am I right about? That sound like, hey, what you would have did? They ain't had no strong drink at the party. You would have either got up out of there or made something happen. We got to ante up or something. What type of party is this?
Right.
It's dull. Everybody sitting up there looking at each other. Probably they didn't have phones back then, so they probably in they scrolls. Like, yeah, they all in their strolls. Like, man, look at this scroll. Look what they doing. Imagine a scroll, Facebook on the scroll, or Instagram on the scroll. Like, you see what happened yesterday? You didn't get that scroll? Oh, you didn't get that scroll? Yeah, man, they tripping on scrollagram. You know, but no, all seriousness, we got to understand that the white man creates schemes. You know, he creates schemes and different tactics to kill our people. The white man studies us. He studies us, and it's in the scriptures. Shalaki, I'm finna get it for you. You know, because the white man studies us more than we know. The white man plans these things. The white man knows. That's what the welfare in particular. Give me Psalms 83 and 3 for me, what? That's why the white man like welfare, for instance. He strategized. He knew that in the 50s and the 40s and the 30s, black families was prominent. They were strong. Do anybody know why they were strong? Do anybody know why black families in the 40s was so strong? They was poor, but do anybody know why they was so strong?
Why?
Go ahead.
Was the man was in the household.
Exactly, because the black man was in that household. The black man was ruling over his household. He was doing for his house like he was supposed to. The black woman was under submission. She obeyed her husband. She listened to her husband. That's why them kids went out of control. They might have did stuff in the streets, but best believe that none of that stuff was happening in the household. And if they was doing something in the streets, they daddies and mamas didn't find out. You know, they was doing secret and stuff. You know, like my great uncles and my great aunties, they still do stuff secretly. And they about 90 years old. They still hide stuff. Like, auntie, you know you grown, you can drink, right? You still hide it? You know you can drink. No, but that's what they used to do. That's because the black man was in the household. You know, so the white man, he peeped that. He looked at it, he was like, I gotta get him out of the picture. I got to get that black man. How do you take hold of a house? Unless you tie the strong man up first.
That's right.
That's how you conquer a house. How do you conquer a nation? Control the army. What's the army in a household? The black man.
That's right.
That man is the army. That man is the defense. The army is the defense for a nation. You know, that's the defense. So you gotta break down the defense. How do you break down the defense? What's the biggest weapon against the black man? Anybody know? Is it drugs? Is it prison? Is it what is it? What is the biggest weapon a white man used against the black man?
Black.
Go ahead.
Black woman.
The black woman. That's the only way to weaken the black man. That's the only way to conquer the black man, is to use the black woman. And that's what the serpent did. The snake-like man, he wasn't a snake-like man like a reptile or a nigga that's changed and flipping on you, doing flip-flop stuff all in front of your eyes and stuff, transform. No, it was a man with qualities like a snake. He was very subtle. He was cunning. He was wicked. He was deceitful. He had a character like a snake. You know, you never see a snake coming until he bites you. You never seen, you ain't hear that snake creeping up on you. A snake could be behind me right now, I wouldn't know. Until he bites me. That's how the white man is. The white man is a snake. You witness it on your job every day, on your slavery. You witness it every day. Like on my slavery. My trainer, I just got this new slavery. My trainer, he tells me he don't know that, you know, this is a little sidebar. You know, he don't know that I know that he's running in the office telling them, saying that I'm doing this and I'm doing that, I'm not learning, I'm not picking up on it. But when I found out about it, this how I played it. I asked my trainer, I said, man, I was like, is there anything I need to learn? Because, you know, I do CNC work. So I'm like, is there anything I need to learn? Like, man, do you feel like I'm slacking on something? Like, I don't know something or something like that? He was like, no, you're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing perfectly fine. You're catching on so fast and stuff like that. Really? But the management in the office, because one of the guys that I work with, he asked about me. He asked one of the managers, he was like, how is he doing? And the manager, the chick said, well, he's doing fine, but his trainer keeps saying that he's messing up. That's how I found out about it. And he came back and told me, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you ain't catching on over there? What's going on? And I'm like, no, I know what I'm doing over there. And when I asked the trainer, I'm like, is it anything that I need to learn? He's like, no, you catching on. That's snake-like quality.
That's right.
That's a snake. He's secretly, I don't know, he's stabbing me in my back. That's the quality of the white man. He shows it to you. The white man be telling us, he be doing the most stuff, and he'll go and tell on you first and fast. He'll be in the office like he a saint. Like he ain't did nothing wrong. That's how the white man act with slavery. Like they ain't did nothing wrong. When we talk about slavery, they get mad at us.
Right.
How you get mad at us because we slaves? How you get mad because we just speaking out about what happened to us? We can't talk about our history. But you talk about the Holocaust every chance you get.
Right.
September 11, you don't let that go. Pearl Harbor, I'm tired of seeing movies about Pearl Harbor.
Right.
You know, the white man never lets things go. World War I, World War II, veterans, they still honoring them niggas. Shalaki, them crackers. You know, they still honoring them. When we was the one that actually won the war. Is they talking about black veterans? Blacks was in Vietnam doing all that dirty work. That's why they won. That's why they won World War I. That's why they won World War II. That's why they won Vietnam. That's why they won the war in Iraq. Only reason the white man in America keeps winning all of these wars is because of the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man up in that army fighting for something that they should not be fighting for.
That's right.
You know, the black man has no business in the American army, and no other army for that matter, unless it's the Israelite army of UPK. We forming an army. We forming an army in the defense for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Because the Lord said it's the time to fish right now, but it will be time to throw down that rod and pick up that sword. That's why these brothers in here in the UPK be so warlike. We be ready. We be trained. That's why we go to Hebrew Academy. That's why we learn the Yakarah. That's why we do those things. So we could protect our family. We could protect our people. Our people could have a defense. So when the white man comes, because the time for the white man is at hand. America is going down the drain. America thinks it's so powerful. America thinks that they cannot do nothing wrong. Why they bully every country in the world. Well, guess what? After you read this verse, I'm going to get you that verse. Read that verse for me, y'all.
Psalm 83, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel. What is that? Didn't I tell you that the white man, he watches the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians? He watches us. He creates crafty counsel. Prisons, that was crafty counsel. Abortion clinics, that was crafty counsel. Child support, welfare for the black woman, that was crafty counsel. As long as the black woman kicked the black man out the household, you know, the black family is at risk. The black family is susceptible to homosexuality, which is a sin that the Lord don't want us to be doing. Susceptible to be killed, to be dumb, illiterate, susceptible to drugs. That's why you see 13-year-olds smoking weed. That's why you see these things. That's because the black man is nowhere around.
Right.
The black man is where? On the street corner, either selling drugs, using drugs, or in a facility called an institution of corrections, which never corrects things.
Right.
If you want to correct a black man, give him a job. If you want to correct a black man, give him a job of fair wages. Not something that's slave work and you paying him pennies that he's living paycheck to paycheck. When a black man got all the skills in the world, you know what the union was created for? A lot of black people love the union. They don't even know why it was created. The union was created for white people to catch up with black people.
That's right.
Because blacks coming out of slavery had all the skills, of course, right? They was the carpenters, the masons, the electricians, They was doing the HVAC. They was building houses, building buildings, paving roads, building railroad tracks. They had all the skills. How can the white man compete in a working world with a black man?
Right.
Okay, this job, to get this job, you got to be part of the union. Okay, that's cool. I'll join the union. Oh, but the union is whites only. The union started out whites only. Now, how is a black man supposed to utilize his skills? A black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man supposed to utilize his skills if he can't get the job? If he can't join the union? He can't get the job because he got to be part of the union. Can't join the union because he's not white. Come on, man. That's crafty counsel that the white man uses. Now he calls the black man lazy because he don't wanna work for $7.75. What's $7.75? 775 times 8. What is that? 56. 56, about $60. A man made $60 slaving at work for 8 hours. $60. You know how much a meal is, a family meal? If he got a family of 4, him, his wife, and 2 other kids, you know how much it is to feed that family? You know how much it is to clothe that family? And most black men got more than 2 kids. We know the black man is numerous as the sands of the sea. The Lord blessed us to be as numerous as the sands of the sea. You see Hispanics popping out of cars like, indigenous Hispanics, of course, not the Spaniards. Them are not our people. Indigenous Hispanics, of course. You see them popping out of cars like it's a clown car or something. They be a little Honda Civic, about 70 of them. You go in there, I wish you would run up in the Mexican house. Yeah, alright. I bet you gonna make it about an hour. There's about 30 niggas in the house. 30 of them. About 7 kids.
Right.
14 male adults, 13 females. The grandma and them upstairs, the granddaddy and them upstairs. Man, that's how the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian families are. But how you supposed to feed a family like that with $60 every day? They gotta have clothes. 4 people gotta have clothes. We got adult clothes and we got 2 kid clothes. So a uniform apiece, an outfit apiece, let's say a cheap outfit for 2 kids. What, $10? That's $20 right there.
Right.
Forget about we ain't gonna even clothe the adults. But that's about $20 a piece, each adult, for one outfit. But let's just say we don't even clothe the adult. We get some Goodwill stuff. So we got $20 for the kids. How much is to feed their family? They gotta eat, right? You gotta eat, right? About $20, get a bucket of KFC chicken, a family meal, about $20. That's 40 right there, y'all. How much is bills? How much you think the livelihood for a family of 4 to live? They gotta have water, running water, they gotta have heat, they gotta have a roof over their head. Forget getting back to work. How are you supposed to get back to work? You already spent $20 on bills a day. It's about $20 for rent. If you average it out for 30 days, a rent that's $600, $700, it's about $20 a day. About 40, more than that, I believe. But let's just say $20 a day. So that's $20. That's $20. That's $60 right there. That's $60, and you ain't even got all your necessities yet. But the white man knows. He knows. He already said the average family should make at least $17 an hour. At least. To be above poverty. He raising clothes, food, everything is skyrocketing. Gas, everything is skyrocketing. How are you supposed to survive? That is crafty counsel. That's crafty counsel. But that white boy, he could stop smoking crack today. and be your boss tomorrow.
That's right.
Making about $20 an hour. And how many jobs do you go on and you watch white people and they rule over you and they be your supervisors and your boss and you watch them and you be like, man, I could do that job better than him. He don't even know the job. He be asking me to do this because he don't know it. That's a taskmaster. That's not a boss. That's not a supervisor. A supervisor is supposed to know everything that there is to know in every department, right? That's why they become the supervisor. So wherever it's lacking at, they can fill in or they can show you how to do it or whatever. That's why there's a supervisor. That's why they get paid the big bucks. On my job, my trainer, I'm learning this faster than he is. That's why he's envious. He's afraid someone will take his job. And guess what? I'm trying to take his job now. Because now he's trying to sabotage me. So I'm going to take his job. But I probably won't get it. You know why? Because of my skin color. Because I'm a black man. And they don't want me in that field. They don't want me to have that that seniority. They don't want me to have that. They don't want me to have that rule over all these white people that's getting paid all of these big bucks to operate machines that's not even hard. They try to make it seem like it's difficult. The machines is not difficult. And most of the machines run by themselves. You just watching it for 8 hours, looking at it. Like, inspecting every other part. That's what white people, they getting paid $20 an hour to do that. While blacks is in warehouses, restaurants, all over the place, working for crumbs, slaving. That's work. I feel like the more manual labor you should do, the higher you should get paid. That's what I feel. That's what I honestly feel. Like if you doing a lot of manual labor, I feel like you should get $17, $18, $19 an hour. If you barely doing anything, I don't think you should get paid that much. If you got a machine running something for you, I don't think you should get paid that much, to be honest. And hopefully they ain't watching this show, because they might say, oh, you should take a pay cut then. No, I ain't taking no pay cut. This for my forefathers. Shit, I need more, actually. Shit, But finish reading. Is it any more on that first side?
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They consult against the Lord's hidden ones. These nations, these white folks, they literally have councils. They literally have meetings how to destroy black people. And everybody y'all think that's a conspiracy theory, don't y'all? The Council of Nicaea, that was the council to create Christianity. Christianity destroyed the black community. Christianity is worse than drugs. Like Kat said, I could get a crackhead off of crack. I could get a black man off of crack. He knows he ain't supposed to be smoking crack. But it's hard to get a black woman or a black man out of that Christian church, out of that Muslim mosque. Religion has destroyed the black man. That's crafty counsel. The white man knows this. We got a culture. We got a heritage. We don't have a religion. There is no religion that we have. But we do have a culture. We do have an identity. We do have a nationality. We are the chosen people of God. We are the soul. This is preposterous. I'm gonna use that word. I ain't never used that word. That's a nice word. Give me Isaiah 40 and 15. Come on. Because we need to understand that the Lord loves us, but He doesn't love these other nations. And I know a lot of people say, what? That's in the Bible? Yes, racism is in the Bible. The Lord sent common sense to tell you, if the Lord has a chosen people out of all the people He created, if you have a chosen people, that lets you know that's racism or separatism, whatever you want to call it. The Lord is separating one people from another. He's choosing one people over another. That means He has a favor. So how can you say, oh, that's in the Bible? That's racism. Yes, the Lord is racist. You claim that the white Jewish people is the chosen people of God, which is really us, based on our identity. But you claim that they are the chosen people of God. Ain't that God being picky? Ain't that God being choosy? He chose them, right? Supposedly, He chose them. No, the Lord did not choose them. He chose us. We are the salt of the earth. When you get that verse, I'll read for you.
Isaiah chapter 40, verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
The nations are like a what?
Drop of a bucket.
The Lord said the nations are like a drop in a bucket. A drop of a bucket. Now you got this big old bucket. And you drop a little drop of water. That's how the Lord feels about these other nations. That's in the Bible. That's in Isaiah. Christianity has brainwashed us. The white man used Christian. That's why he didn't want us to read the book. That's why he didn't want us to read these books in slavery time. That's why he didn't want us to read this. That's why it was being read to us. When you go to the Christian church, what's happening? Do the Christians read the book? Or is the pastor reading it for them?
Right.
And not only is he reading it for them, he's only reading one verse, and he ad-libbed the rest. He's not teaching you. He's not doing none of that. He want to read one verse, and he want to talk about it for about 2 hours. And then he want to send that collection plate around about 20 times. You got to make sure you get the brothers with the Rolls Royces and the Benzes, because they be putting like $1,000 in the bucket and stuff. Like the old ladies in the front, they put a lot of money in there. You know that?
That's right.
They be putting a lot of money in there. You know, that's all they do there. On a serious note, that's all Christianity is about. That's what the white man, if you see pictures, old pictures of the 1800s of churches, that's what was going on. They have a chosen black guy, or they even have the slave master. Sometimes he'll teach the Bible. And all they do is teach slaves obey your master. A slave and a master in the Bible is considered a servant and a boss. That's what the Hebrew words of master translates to, just a boss. And they didn't read the rest of it. They didn't read the rest of the scriptures when it says it was only talking about Israel. You know, the Bible is only talking about Israel, us. It's pertaining to us. When you have a worker in the Bible, when you have a servant or a slave in the Bible, you know, you cannot work them past 7 years. Say if I borrow some money from a bond, and I borrow $1 million, and I ain't got the money to pay him back. That's what I gotta do. I gotta go work for him. But this is how the Lord works. He cannot work me 7 days straight. He cannot be cruel to me. He has to feed me. This is all in the Bible. The white man didn't read that. He has to feed me, and after 7 years of me working for him, if I didn't pay back what I owed, that debt is forgiven. They didn't put that in there though. Niggas was working 100 years, 90 years till they croaked over and died. The white man didn't say nothing about 7 years, but he did say slaves obey your master. He did teach that. Why didn't he teach the rest of the Bible?
Right.
Because the white man uses that. He knows these is our records. He knows what's in here. He knows this is our identity. That's why he didn't want us to read. But the white man is so stupid and so smart at the same time that was the greatest thing he could did to us. Use this to because this is our records. So he used this to study us. That was the smartest thing he could ever do. But the dumbest thing he could ever do was keep this around. That's the dumbest thing he could ever do. Was keep this Bible around. If the white man was smart like he claims he is, he would have destroyed this book. Because this book is going to save blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This book is going to bring back the knowledge of who we are. This book has all our knowledge and our wisdom in it.
Right.
But we are destroyed for lack of knowledge because we don't read. We don't read. The saying is, if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. The biggest wisdom, the most wisdom, the strongest tool that we got is in this book. But guess what? The Lord sent his priests and prophets out to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because it's high time for them to wake up out of sleep.
Right.
The Lord, our punishment is becoming over with. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians got to take the kingdom now. It's time for us to take the kingdom. The kingdom needs to be taken. We have to separate from the white man. And we have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments once again. Black man, no, you cannot eat pork. No, you cannot eat catfish. Find something else to eat. Find something else lawful to eat. There's other things to eat than those things. Black man, no, you cannot smoke dope. No, you can't. Use a prince of the Most High. That's what Israel means. Prince of the power. Come on, you cannot smoke drugs. You cannot use drugs. You cannot sleep with your brother's wife.
Right.
You cannot commit adultery. No, you cannot pop off whores all day. Sorry, no, you can't. You can have multiple wives, but you can't pop whores all day. Black woman, no, you cannot be a whore. No, you cannot. Black man, no, you cannot marry a white woman. We got 12 flavors of women. Pick one. We got the best women on earth anyway. Why would you want a white dog anyway? They sleep with their dogs.
Right.
They sleep with horses.
Right.
I be watching that stuff like, what is that called? Bestiality. Bestiality. White people are nasty and disgusting. And you mean to tell me you want to go sleep with a white woman? Really? After she just licked that dog in the face? After she just... Shalaki. I ain't gonna even say that. You know, the white woman is nasty. That's why she's able to sleep with her husband's best friend, and his best friend, and not think nothing is wrong, be all right next day. And the white man is so filthy because he's gonna sleep with her, knowing that his best friend slept with her, and his best friend slept with her, and he's gonna go sleep with her again. That's how white people is. If you ever watch college students, college white kids, they all sleep with each other. They all sleep like a big orgy.
That's right.
And they be friends the next day. Samantha slept with Becky's boyfriend. They was best friends. Why would Samantha do that? Now they friends the next day, and Samantha's still sleeping with her boyfriend. And Becky of course, when she feel like it, gonna go sleep with him again. And that's what they do. That's why they be having all them little diseases when they young. Herpes and all types of gonorrhea and chlamydia. They be having all of that stuff. But the moment that black man go sleep with that woman, that white woman, that's when he gets that stuff. Now he's bringing it back to the Israelites. Because of course, he don't really want that white woman. He just want her finances. Black men do not like white women.
Right.
They just, it's for two reasons. They mess with a white person. Any black person, black woman or black man. Any reason, the two reasons they mess with them is because the white man is a homosexual and he's soft, and a black woman can control him and dominate over him, and she ain't got to worry about her whole past coming up with that white boy. And not just that, for his finances. Same thing on opposite foot. The black man only sleeps with her because she's not going to talk about the fact that he's broke, that he could rule over her with ease, and and that she's easy. That's the only reason the black man even want a white woman. But every day he looking at a sister like, dang, I want that sister. But here you gotta go back home to Carla, and she all big and white like a whale. And these niggas be getting the worst white women. I be looking at these white women that they be getting, they be taking some of our finest sisters. The white boys be taking some of our finest sisters. But these black niggas, they be taking the worst white women. That's a sin, black man, black woman. That's a sin. No, you cannot sleep with anybody outside your nation. It's a sin. No, the Lord don't want no little Arab babies coming out of a black woman. No. No, the Lord don't want that black man being with that white woman. No. It's a sin. Fine, you got 12 flavors. What's better than a Puerto Rican woman? What's better than a Brazilian woman? A Cuban, a black sister, a Jamaican. You see how they dance? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. What about a Gaelic sister? Huh? What about a Haitian sister? You know, them are all our women. Panamanian, Mexican. You say, man, I've seen some of the most beautiful Mexican women. What's better than our women on the earth? Everybody know our women is the best women on earth. So why go with that white woman? It's just, it trips me out. I don't understand it. I don't like white people. I don't like it at all. I can never sleep with a white woman. Her hands come. I think she did. Is this small on that first side?
Sir.
Go ahead and read.
And are counted as the small dust of the balance.
The Lord said these other nations are counted as the small dust on a balance. A balance is like a scale. Can you weigh up dust? Can you weigh up dust? That means they're nothing. They mean nothing to the Lord. You cannot weigh up dust. Continue to read for me, y'all.
Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
What's that verse? 16?
Still 15.
Still 15. Continue.
And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. Verse 17.
Go ahead.
All nations before him are as nothing.
All nations before the Lord are as nothing. This is in the Bible. This is in Isaiah. All the nations before the Lord are as nothing. But his chosen people, those blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, those ones who make the best rap music and country music. You know, black people created country. Black people created rock and roll. Black people created all the music genres. The opera, them orchestras, that was black people. Y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know that? You didn't know that? Yeah. Those blacks. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We create the genres. We created gospel. We created R&B. You know, and of course, when we create those things, white people naturally hate them all top. But then, after a few years, they see they can't stop us, and then they try to steal it. Like they stole rock and roll. Like they stole country. Like they mad at Lil Nas X for making that song, remaking that song. He remade it, and it was better. That shows you they hated, they abandoned him. From country music, they wouldn't play his songs or anything. Black people created country. Y'all forgot? Oh, Lil Nas X remind y'all that we control that. That's our music. That we still got it, we just chose not to do it. We create new stuff every day. We create hip hop. How old is hip hop? Hip hop is fairly new. Rap. What we gonna create in about 10 more years? We gonna create a new genre. Everybody gonna be doing it. That's what we do. We're the salt of the earth. We dominate in all the sports. What sport don't we dominate in? Hockey. 2 black men created hockey. We dominated in education.
Right.
A little black boy got accepted. He was only 14 or 15. I forget which one. That means excuse me in Hebrew. But I forget which one he was. I think he was 4. He might have been 15. but he got accepted. He was 15 years old, got accepted to every major Ivy League school in the world. All of them. Nobody in history has done it. It was a little black boy. Come on, man. We dominate. We created everything. We invented everything. We invented electricity. We invented telephones, which this is how this mic is made, with technology like a telephone. We created the cotton gin and different things like that. We created all of that. Why would the white man need to create a cotton gin? All that farm equipment that you see out there, blacks created that. Why would a white man need to create that? He was the master. It would be blacks out there in the field creating ways to do things better. So they won't have to work all day, every day. Because the white man wanted 130 bags of cotton picked by the sundown. And if not, he was going to get beat. So, of course, I'm going to create a machine that picks this cotton for me. I'm out here every day. I might as well create a useful way for this cotton to come up off these vines and these thorns without me having to pick it. My hands bleeding every day. I'm having blisters. We are the salt of the earth. We are the chosen people. Everybody loves us, but they hate us at the same time. They love what we do. They love what we create, but they hate us. They hate the fact that it's us that's doing it.
Right.
They hate that we are so strong, that we are so great, that we are so blessed. But you know, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, you know why you don't reap the benefits of your blessings? You know why you don't reap the benefits of your hands? You know why you're not reaping all the money from these inventions and all the money from these different genres and all the money from all the riches of the world? You know why you're not inheriting that? Because you will not listen to your God. You will not keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You will not do what the Lord said that pleases him. No, you do not have free will. You cannot go and do whatever it is you want.
Right.
You have a blessing and you have a curse. The cursing is that while the white man go suck horse cock, all day because he's a homosexual, no, you cannot go do that. You got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You cannot do bestiality. You cannot be out there running wild in the forest. You cannot be doing all of that stuff. No, you cannot be eating pigs and different things like that. Catfish, shrimp, crab, and lobster. No, you cannot eat that stuff. But on the reverse side, you blessed. The Lord adorns you with all types of jewels, gold, fine linen. That's why we like clothes the way we do. That's why we like jewelry the way we do. That's why we like fine things. Because it was ingrained in us. The Lord adorned his chosen people with stuff like that. They had slugs in the Bible. They got slugs in the Bible. Priests and prophets had slugs in their mouth.
That's right.
Everybody thought that was new though. Everybody thought blacks wearing gold teeth, having diamonds in their teeth, they thought that was new. Blacks thought having diamonds in their ears and in their nose, they thought that was new. We've been doing that. It's nothing new under the sun. We are the people in this Bible. We fit every characteristic of the people in this book.
Right.
But we got to start learning our culture. We got to start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. We got to do what pleases the Lord once again, and we will be blessed. If not, we will be cursed. And with that being said, that's class. Anybody got any questions? No questions? Alright, with that being said, Shalom Israel, we are the Isupk under Commander General Yohana, coming out 125th Street, 1 West Harlem, New York. We are not affiliated with no group, no other organization on a map, and this is the St. Louis class. Shalom Israel.